This was the first painting I did or started in the new house, in the new studio. And I have to say, I was really dragging my feet on starting this. I mean, it's June and this is my first large-scale painting that I've done this year. I've done some smaller sketches and paintings, but nothing significant, and I think I was really beating myself up over it, and the more time passed, the more I felt like it was daunting to get started. And I'm really not sure what was happening. I don't know if it was a lack of inspiration or if I just didn't quite feel at home yet enough to break out the paints. I don't know, but all it really took was an afternoon of doing some sketches, looking at some references, and then I got to knock out this underpainting in one sitting. Of course, it took a couple more weeks before I sat in front of it again, but I'm glad we are at least starting. So flat.
Corn. It's on the... Oh, shoot.
Sorry.
No, that was I think that was right, actually.
A little to the left. A little strawberry plant growing there. I don't know where the blueberries are. There we go.
Oh, damn. Pretty weak signal, huh?
Yeah, should we try playing it back?
Yeah.
The situations that that car would find itself in. Like there's a runner and her dog going
Feels good to be out in the sun and hearing all the birds and getting to read a little. I'm glad I'm here. These shoes have been under our film locker for maybe a year now. Hopefully someone comes to claim them.
Just straining and struggling.
I'm not narrating. Maybe we just don't say anything.
Let's make it pure cinema. we better make it vlog style. So we're moving everything, as you see in the back, the locker, tables, all the stuff from the old bleach location to the new one, which is at Olive and Pine, which is just about a quarter mile down the way.
There's the view of the car. Shockingly fits everything. This is all the square footage we need to operate.
I know. The bleach customer interface is the square footage of a Jeep Renegade.
Okay, we're back to the painting. Took some time. I think this is a couple weeks later. I've been staring at it for a while and not totally sure what direction I wanted to take it in, but at some point I realized that the paper was just too white and I wanted to stain it. I wanted to make it a lot more yellow, almost like tea stained, so I went with a wash all over everything, and that eliminated some of the details in the underpainting. So here I'm trying to bring it back, bring some of the depth back so I don't completely lose the values that I know that I'm trying to go for. At this point, I think I was sort of in a decision turning point if I wanted to keep this feeling a bit airier and lighter in colors and shade, or if I wanted to darken the edges a lot more and get things to sink backwards. During this time, I was listening to a lot of Ocean Vuong talks, mostly a lot of poetry reading by him, and I think that really helped push me forth. I recently heard someone talk about how the things that you are listening to and the environment you create while you're making work will impact what you end up creating and the mood that you bring forth. So I thought that being able to listen to some of his poetry would be helpful. But I did take a break. I had a commission that came up, and I haven't really done commissions much in a while. I especially don't take commissions from people I know, but this one seems particularly special. I don't typically draw houses. I think this might actually even be the first house I've ever drawn ever. Part of the commission also included binding together a book, and I wanted to make that part really special, so I did a Copic stitch with some French, I forget what it's called, but it's like the longer stitches that go across the middle of the spine. There's some experimenting here. This is also my first time binding things in a more professional or a more formal setting, like binding for other people. So I wanted to make sure I did a really good job, and I was very meticulous with it. I ended up really enjoying this sort of respite from the bigger painting, because I think painting the house and the process of binding the pages together felt so process oriented that there was a lot of confidence in what I was doing, and I just knew that it was a matter of putting time and work into it. So that was helpful while I was still mulling over what I wanted to do with the larger piece. And I'm really glad that the gift itself was well received. But eventually I had to go back and confront my not knowing of how to move forward with the painting. Basically did a few sessions in which I used oil pastels and kept moving in and out of the painting, like making marks, sitting back, looking at it, assessing it, then making another mark, back and forth, and that typically helps me not get so into the weeds of what I'm doing, focus more on an overall feeling that I'm trying to evoke, and allowing that to guide the painting, because I couldn't yet visualize where I wanted it to end up, so I needed the painting to guide me.
Deep red squid. Okay, where's the Chinese broccoli? Okay, look at that.
Hopefully, you. But
Oh my god, wrong way. This is what I get for.
They look so delicious and not sour at all. Look at all these sparkles.
Oh my god. Fresno living.
I know.
The Central Valley, the #1 producer of fruit in the world.
In the world. A fruit? Really?
Yeah.
Wow, the purple one is intense. Is there a specific person who championed this? Of your dad's friends, who was responsible for this?
The pizzas?
Yeah.
I think they all were. So like what they kind of did is they went to this seminar to learn how to open our brewery, and they learned how to make this pizza.
Wow.
very exciting.
It's the pickle pizza. That's the prosciutto. No, that one's the prosciutto. Fig jam arugula. I can't remember what this one was. Spicy sausage mushroom. Oh, cute. I got it.
Not barricade and,
Yeah,
you know.
that's good. I forgot you. It was just another high school.
That's how began, that's how close was.
Right. Wow, we're really hitting up the spot. He has so many friends around. Look, he's chosen us.
They probably think there's bread, that's why.
Oh yeah.
You know what? That's what they like congregating here. They probably expect people to bring them bread.
Totally.
And
They get
that's why
fed
they're not
here.
scared.
Oh, that's nice.
That's how we knew that.
I
We
have
talk about
so
it.
many clips of Sonics now.
I know.
It's a pattern.
It's truly like suburban life.
I am doing a closet clear out. I've just put away all of my winter clothes, including any long sleeves. It's getting to the point in the season where it's hard to wear anything that is touching your skin too much. So flowy clothes only. 2 big bins gone. Coats, sweaters of any sort, long sleeves, gone. But now it's time to put away even the summer clothes that are getting to a point where I can't fit into anymore. The bum's getting very big. So luckily I think this dress will fit indefinitely. But for example, I love this jumpsuit so much. It suits me really well in the hot weather because it's flowy and I still get some coverage from mosquitoes. But alas, it doesn't button up anymore. This does fit, but it rides up too much now. So let's do it. I don't think I was ever this aware of the cuts of different clothing, or even what cuts I am naturally drawn to for my own body. It's nice to have an awareness that clothing has the capacity to be designed in a way where it can grow and adapt to our changing bodies. Let me turn this light. And I see that with certain articles that I have, and
it is very much not true for others. So something to think about, I think, for myself in the future in terms of wanting to be responsible with how I purchase clothing is picking things that I know can be adjusted, and my body definitely is changing a lot. I think we all naturally fluctuate in weight. Well-designed clothing should be able to adjust to your needs rather than you needing to constantly adjust to fit into your clothes. I have all the clothes that don't fit in the bottom of this box. And then I have all of my formal wear rolled up on top. I have all my bralettes, tanks, crop tops. We have the bottoms that still fit me, shorts for home, and all my pajamas / t-shirts. As you can see, this is the largest pile. My friend Thomas, who I hung out with in Fresno, got this very cute Ralph Lauren designer onesie for the baby. I think this might be the only designer thing she will end up owning.
Town hall things.
Pickled carrots and daikon, tilapia, and some corn bean chard.
Favorite palette.
Oh, more? Okay.
What color you want this time?
There's some. I'll do yours through that too.
Wow, that's nice.
This came a little bit undone.
I don't know, do this with your set.
So I can remember it.
It's good.
Founder's favorite.
Is it Henry's favorite?
It's good. Wow.
Hello, good morning. It's breakfast. Oh my gosh, look at this. Beautiful. Our door makes these beautiful, fractal, diffused rainbowy lights. Sometimes on Marilyn's face. We've been gifted a lot of baby clothes. It's very, very pink. It's not like we need to be too picky about what she's wearing. I'm about to make breakfast. Homemade nola. As I was getting deeper and deeper into the pregnancy, I found that all that I had energy for was focusing on the film lab and making improvements to our home, like building out new things, putting up things, cooking, and just daily life stuff. So creative work really fell by the wayside, or rather creative work felt very impossible to find the energy for. And any free time I had, I wanted to dedicate to resting. And knitting became a very easy way for me to feel like I was still being productive, but also being restful. But I think this painting has been sitting next to me for far too long at this point, and I finally just said, you know what, I think if I just make one final push and tell myself that I will not sleep until this is completed, perhaps it can get done. And so that's what I did.
I really still didn't have a solid plan at this point. I just knew that I needed to keep moving forward, and any kind of progress forth will be better than where it is sitting now. I was really unhappy with the general color of it. It felt really monotone at that point, and I just wanted to bring some more life into it, some more movement, make it feel more visually dynamic. All of these words feel a little bit generic as I'm saying out loud, and I guess a part of it is that I am finding it hard to articulate what I was thinking at this point. I don't know that I was really even thinking very much at all, outside of just keep going forward, just keep going forward, just keep going forward. I finished the rest of it completely with oil pastel. I think it's a medium that has been really capturing my attention lately. I love the way that I can control it with my hand directly without the intermediary of a brush. But I also love that it's such a chunky piece of pastel that I don't have full control over the precision, so it still allows for happy accidents in the same way that watercolors do, for me at least. I'm not a huge I gotta control the water all the time kind of person, and I really like the idea that everything I do is a collaboration with the way that the material wants to move and with gravity and all of that. So yeah, the only problem with oil pastels is that I tend to work really messily. When I get into these states of mind, I'm moving pretty frantically and just making decisions without a lot of carefulness. It's very intuitive the way that things are moving at this stage. So colors are getting mixed up, pastels are getting a little dirty, my hands are filthy. So it's definitely not the neatest medium for me. This is also partially why I didn't quite take to oil painting very well. Back in the day, I just would always leave painting sessions with my knees and my hands completely grimed up with grayish brown colors everywhere because I just an absolute mess. Watercolors truly are the cleanest the cleanest way for me to make work, but still I can't seem to stay away from these oil pastels, and I'm a little worried about their longevity. These pastels are pretty pricey and I seem to blow through them and get them dirty so quickly. So I don't know. I'm hoping that I can still make a lot of paintings with the pastels I have left. I don't want to buy more materials. One thing I'm happy about with this painting is that I do feel like I've broken out of my typical comfort zone of colors that I'm drawn to, and this leans a bit more almost like unicorny colors. You know, there's pinks and baby blues and light yellows like buttercup yellows and lavenders, lilacs. It is different from what I typically make, but I do feel like completing this was necessary for me to get back into the swing of making things again, making things that feel more substantial. And I'm hoping that in the upcoming month I'll be able to start actually multiple paintings at once, and I don't know, see where all of this leads me.